the future, Konami still makes pachinko games, but until then, we're playing Ninja Turtles.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter. I'm Hal.
I'm Dave.
And we are playing a really important game for little Hal growing up.
This was my favorite franchise when I was a kid.
I mean, I feel like it was everybody's favorite franchise, right up there with Transformers.
Transformers was very important to me, too. But this
is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. Let's go to the options menu before we do anything, though.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
So, Dave is player 1, Hal is player 2. And this is one of those Konami games that you have to play on hard to actually get the ending. I'm just putting that out there.
Do we want to do hard mode?
I'm confident. And change the control type to, change it to type B, I guess. Yeah, so this puts the special attack on its own button so you won't accidentally activate it when pressing jump and attack.
That's fair.
And we can change the number of rests, which is our lives, and just turn that up.
7.
And we want player dash set to manual. Because this way, so auto, if you run long enough, you start to go into a dash, but manual, you can just double tap forwards and dash.
All right.
So, color mode, animation, or comic. Comic actually gives more color variation for the characters, which is interesting.
I'll do comic because I'm a comic book fan,
and
I'm going to do that. And exit.
I prefer the comic book color scheme, too, because, like I said, there's a lot more color variation for the characters.
Cool.
So we'll go to 2 players, and let's do this.
Kawabunga.
Alright, so the characters actually have different stats. Leo is the most balanced. I think Michelangelo has the greatest attack strength. Donatello's got the best range, but he's a little slower. And Raphael's the speed character.
I'm gonna do Donatello because that's what that's what I want.
And I like Raphael.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's fast and it's pretty hard, anyways.
This is April O'Neil reporting. Oh God! Mazinger Z? Yes, that backpack.
Hey, Shredder, bring back that statue. Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag. That is a weird insult.
Yes, it
for
is.
the Shredder because
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Big Apple, 3 a.m. You think of Shredder, and you think of a lot of different things, but bloated beanbag is not one of them. That's more of a Dr. Robotnik insult.
It's true.
So yeah, look at you have a real dark green, and I've got kind of a off green.
No, this actually reminds. No, that's how the toys were actually.
Yeah, exactly. I like the comic color scheme better for this game because it gives more variation. And this is an amazing beat 'em up, if you ask me. It really stands up to the test of time.
Well, here's the thing: it has so much personality.
Not just the personality, but also it has a lot of good moves. The gameplay is solid.
Well, also just like that. Well, yeah, that attack.
Yeah. So to grab and throw an enemy, you attack them and then you move in close and attack them again while pressing forwards, and you can execute a throw. Throwing them into the screen, I think, actually gives you the most points of any kind of defeat. You can defeat them in a lot of different ways, and there's a lot of different moves. So jumping into the air and pressing attack is a drop kick, but if you do it while you're rising, it's a rising kick.
Ooh.
And just mashing the attack button next to the enemy is a pretty cool combo. The animation in this game is good, and they had to actually cut animation frames from the arcade version because the SNES is not as capable as the arcade board it was being played on.
Fair enough. But now,
the arcade version actually did not have as many combos, so we got the better deal.
Yeah, now
we have more levels and more combos in the SNES version, even if the animation isn't quite as fluid.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Oh, I love this game. I have lots of fond memories of playing this with friends, family members growing up.
Well, like I said, I had Ninja Turtles were my favorite thing when I was a kid, and I had a bunch of different action figures. So, admittedly, I didn't have for the longest time, I did not have a Michelangelo figure.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom tells a story that April O'Neil was the hard one to find.
Always.
Okay, so Krang, giant fucking Krang right here.
Kaiju Krang.
How did Krang? He's got a weird way where he's he starts off high pitched and then he goes really low for the end of his sentences. I can't even do it.
Yeah, see?
Ninja Turtles!
Ninja Turtles! It's very hard to do Krang unless you know how to do it right.
Now, they had some good voice actors on the show, if I remember right.
Cam Clark, Rob Paulson.
Yeah, Rob Paulson is legendary.
Yeah.
Now, I'm amazed by Cam Clark because obviously, as a kid, I didn't know anything about voice actors, but when I got older, I played Metal Gear Solid, and Cam Clark was the iconic voice of Liquid Snake. And so when I went back to watch some old Ninja Turtles, I'm like, Liquid? Is that you? He's got a certain cadence that his voice always hits.
Nah, Cam Clark was one of those voice actors
he was Leonardo.
used to know when I was a kid, too, actually.
Okay, looks like you're going to need that pizza.
I'll get the pizza.
We are playing on hard, but this game is reasonable, I feel like, on hard, because there's so many moves, you can throw enemies around.
Dude, this is...
I love dashing and doing the shoulder smash.
Dude, this is so much easier. Like, here's the thing. The controls feel a lot more fluid, at least.
Oh, I know. Konami. Like, this game, I would love to see... I would love to see a modern Ninja Turtles game kind of match up to this.
What
I feel
about...
Like there hasn't.
What about...
TMNT Turtles.
Reshelled. That game.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Xbox Live, you and your remake of the arcade version, the inferior version of this game. Yeah, don't go there. We got Baxter Stockman, a mutant fly, who... I guess that was a thing created for the TV series where they completely changed the character of Baxter
Stockman was not... unfortunately, I'm not going to bring up the reason why he was changed, but he was changed for a variety of reasons. If you know enough about...
The mutant fly is hilarious because it's like...
Just a reference to Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a Jeff Goldblum movie.
Oh, well...
you got to stay away from that like weird pistol that shoots a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, man, I almost dodged it.
That is such a lively bit in the game. The boss actually laughs at you when he lands a hit on you.
Yeah!
Yeah, he's done.
Oh man, just like also the personality in the sprite's so good.
Oh yeah, like Raph impatiently twirling his sai.
Yeah.
Although I always kind of wonder how in this game he seems like he slashes with his sai, and that's not something you do with a sai.
Mm.
They are for stabbing purposes and for catching swords.
Well, the reason that is like how it is mostly
Blues.
because of Elektra and how it was used on her during the infamous Daredevil storyline.
Yeah, that's right. These guys began life as a Daredevil parody.
Well, a Daredevil and X-Men parody. Because look at what... Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, look at what Wrath does with his size usually and how he holds them.
Yeah, yeah.
He usually holds them like he's Wolverine.
That's true.
Yeah, no, there's a reason for that. He was meant as a parody of Wolverine.
The overly aggressive tough guy?
Yeah.
Yep, that's definitely a thing.
And everything else, like Leonardo's also like a bit of a parody of Cyclops.
Huh.
Yeah. And, but yeah, and that's how it was treated. But yeah, here's the thing. You see, Daredevil and X-Men were the most popular comics at the time.
Oh yeah, because this was created like, what, 1985?
86.
Hey, yeah. It's a good year.
Yeah.
A lot of good things were created that year.
And the comic was so popular at the con it was at, it ended up spawning this franchise.
Yeah, it was a one-off. I hear the most intelligent thing that Eastman and Laird ever did was selling the toy rights to Playmates.
Oh yeah, no,
because they were the ones that insisted they have a Saturday morning cartoon, and the rest is history.
Oh, not only that, they also gave them the different colored bandanas.
Watch out for that hole.
So back in the day, the Ninja Turtles all had red bandanas.
Yep, I remember that because that was actually the cover art for one of the video games on the NES.
Yep. And
oh, these bastards.
I hate these things.
Roadkill Rodney. The most video gamey villain name ever. Ooh.
They do a lot of damage.
Oh, what the shell?
What the heck?
What the shell is the like go-to insult or exclamation for the Turtles in like the 2003 cartoon, I think.
Yeah. Though, man, I really love that. That's actually my favorite cartoon, believe it or not.
Of the Ninja Turtles?
Yep. It was most closest to the comics and it had a lot of great references.
I've heard it's very good. I really didn't see a whole lot of it because, like, at the time I was a lot older than when I first saw the Ninja Turtles, and I was mostly just watching anime at that point.
Well, out of all the things 4Kids made, that's actually the darkest. There's a lot of things in that series that's disturbing. Like, Baxter Stockman in that show is a lot more disturbing than he is in the original. And the original was a fly dude.
I mean, the fly was pretty comical, if you ask me.
So there's a running gag, or I would say running horror theme with him.
Yeah?
Where every time he fails, the Shredder removes one of his body parts.
Yeah. Was he still a fly when he was doing this? Or?
No, he was human.
What does the Shredder do? Just go up to him with his katana and just be like, "Your arm is mine."
Yes! And then he would
Oh
show
my
up
God.
with a robot arm. Or an eye patch.
Wait, they could show this on Saturday mornings?
Yes!
For kids TV?
Yes!
Oh, yeah, so the bomb pizza does that. It's pizza power. In fact, wait, I forget if that's the name of the song, or like Turtle Power, Pizza Power.
Turtle Power.
There's a song that they play at the end of this game that was done by like, I forget who, Ice-T or somebody.
Ice-T.
Yeah. Alright, so I have more lives than you.
Yeah. I'm trying to just stay alive at this point.
Hey, stay alive, man.
But no,
But I like this game as a beat 'em up because you feel so much more in control than any of the other beat 'em ups that I've played.
frack, I screwed
This
up.
game is creepy. So I scored an extra life for getting 200 points.
So, okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah, so every 200 points, or I forget if it's every 200 points or if it escalates, so like next time it's 400. But you can gain extra lives in this game, which is really useful to keep going in. Throwing enemies at the screen is actually worth the most points, I think. I'm gonna mangle you, green
Oh, this
slim
is
balls.
Metalhead or something.
Notice the typo. We are not
Yeah.
slime balls, we are slim balls.
Yes.
Metalhead, the robot turtle.
Yes.
It was the first toy that I remember having that had a light piping gimmick in its head.
Oh, I remember like my first Beast Wars figure with that gimmick.
Yeah, Konami was just a really good job on this game. Like the sprites, the music, the gameplay. It's all really like it's above and beyond.
I'll say this: it's easier for me to like jump and move. Like this game feels like if I screw up, it's my fault.
Yeah, full disclosure, Space Cadets. This comes right after us playing
Separation
Anxiety. Which, when you watch that one, you'll see how frustrated we got and why this game is a breath of fresh air.
Yes. Turtle power.
Oh yeah, every tick of life that you have contributes to
Your
how much,
score.
yeah, how many points you get at the end of the stage.
All right.
Sewer sir. So this has turned into kind of a bonus level right here. Also, pizza-based xenomorphs.
Hey.
Battle of the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, God, I had so many skateboard action figure gimmicks when I was a kid.
Dude, skateboarding was totally radical back in the late 80s and early 90s.
Pretty much. Tony Hawk was the greatest thing. Really.
That's cool. I never learned how to skateboard.
I did a little bit of it, but not a lot. I wasn't good.
Yeah. I mean, like any of those things, it takes practice and balance. So these guys don't go down really easy, and you're meant to just be able to destroy them.
Well, because like with how fast it's going, this isn't like
Yeah.
a Battletoads.
This is not the first surfing level, though. I think the first one comes in Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project.
Yeah, I think that I played a bit of that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good game, too. It comes after they made the NES port of the Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, which is probably the most popular of that set. There's that first NES game of the Ninja Turtles, which is more of a side scroller, and that game is impossible.
I keep now that I'm like god dang it, I hit that.
You are dead.
Yeah.
So how did the pizza monsters come about?
I remember them in an episode, but I forget their origin.
Like these are like it's a mutant pizza
Like,
that became a xenomorph because nothing was safe.
I'll say this
From the Ninja Turtles parody.
When I was young, I used to religiously watch the original cartoon, but I have not returned to it in such a long time. Like, no offense.
We gotta watch some Ninja Turtles sometime.
We really should. I would really love to return to that, but but the one I returned to, like I said, is the 2003 version.
That one's a little bit daunting because I know it's pretty long, but I mean, not that the other one wasn't like
Well,
9 seasons or something. But
Well, that one
But I
also
still see
has
this.
a storyline.
yeah, the continuity makes it harder to break into. But so this guy, you just kind of wail on him and occasionally jump out of the way.
Yeah, hopefully.
My toes! My toes! I think they use the same clip for every character.
Base. Well, the Ninja Turtles are kind of great for that like level of.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're getting your ass beat.
Yeah.
You're getting your shell beat.
I am. Well, again, you know, this is back in the day, but I will admit,
I took it.
I'm having a lot of fun.
This guy's hard because the best way is to just wail on him, but you have to kind of get out of the way of his attacks. Yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
So, apparently in the arcade version, right after this level, the Shredder just pops up on the back wall and is like, I'm going to send you through time. But we have the superior SNES version here, so we actually get to go to a proper Technodrome level.
Oh, shit, man. Technodrome?
This was always awesome as a kid. It's like, oh, it's the Technodrome.
I remember having the toy as a kid, and that toy is
I did too so many years ago.
I'm trying to recognize that villain. It looks like Slash or Toka.
Yeah, because what was hot right now? Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah.
Also, we get some rad Konami music. Man, this is... So, Konami would have been making, like, Contra 3 around this time, and they were just hot.
They were hot. They were awesome.
I'm still waiting for my Ninja Turtles Pachinko.
Your Ninja Turtles Pachinko game.
Konami. God damn it. It is the saddest thing when you think of a developer that did so many good things for the world of gaming that then just becomes this corporate sellout and stops making video games almost entirely.
Well, what about Metal Gear Survive? I'm sorry I made you cry.
Dave has caused Hal physical pain. How is this possible?
It's very easy. All I gotta say is, how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run. Konami fucked everything up.
No. Okay, so Metal Gear Solid 5 is a very good game, and even in its quote-unquote unfinished state, but I will not acknowledge Metal Gear Survive.
Metal Gear Survive is not an actual Metal Gear game. It is a stick-poking zombie game.
Yeah, but you know what? You know it's a better stick-poking game? This one!
Yeah, because I got
You are poking, robot ninjas with a staff.
Oh, man.
Okay,
let me get my
there's a
health.
movie called Turtles Forever where every version of the Ninja Turtles to date crossed over, and they had the 2003 series, they had the original series, and they had the Mirage Comics ones.
Oh, that was so cool seeing them in animation.
That was hilarious. And don't the modern 2003 Turtles poke fun at the other ones?
Yes.
For why are the foot soldiers robots that explode?
Oh no, they also they call them babies essentially, and like not hard enough.
Yeah.
But the whole point of that is that those versions of the Turtles are destroyed since they're the first. They cease to exist at all.
You gotta do another one where there's the 2012 Turtles or the Nickelodeon CG
The
cartoon.
only one that wasn't referenced was the Next Mutation.
For good reason.
Well, nobody likes Venus.
I mean, that show just doesn't look good in any sense.
It doesn't. Oh, whoa.
Master say have fun. So we have to defeat both of these, so I guess you take the ugly one.
Which one's it? They're both the ugly one!
Yeah, Toka and Razar, they were kind of like goofy and stupid in the movie, weren't they?
Well, yeah, but they were
okay.
also meant as a replacement for Bebop and Rocksteady.
So why didn't they want to do Bebop and Rocksteady?
Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman just don't like them. I'm not
I
kidding.
mean, I guess that's their prerogative. Okay, so fun fact. I missed my chance, but you can actually hit the wolf and it cries out unhappily.
Oh, that's good.
Which is a weird detail.
Yeah, you know, hey, that's if they want to do that.
Okay. Oh, you need this. We've taken a lot of damage in these runs.
Yeah, but we're going through.
We're playing on hard because literally, if you finish the game on any difficulty besides hard, Master Splinter is just like, you need to train harder. My ninjas. So we're trying to go for an actual ending to this game.
That's fair. We might have to.
We might have to use some continues, but I think we're okay. I think we can do it.
I believe so.
But yeah, I'm happy just playing this game. It's just like this brings me back to when
nostalgia.
I was real little and playing with friends and family. Definitely.
Well, like I said, the Ninja Turtles were my first thing. Though, admittedly, when I was a kid, I couldn't pronounce turtle well, so I called them the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Cute.
It's true. Yeah, but I remember watching cartoon religiously when I was younger, too. So.
No, definitely. I think my parents might have not wanted me to watch the show because like I wanted to like fight like the Ninja Turtles, but
A lot of kids did.
but I think that's the fate of everything. Like Power Rangers is like that too.
Well, the reason they got rid of Michelangelo's weapons in later seasons was because his was one of the easier weapons to imitate.
Okay, so these guys they guard your attacks with I guess gauntlets or tonfas. I think they're tonfas. Yeah, and you can. But here's the thing, is you can get them if you do a dashing attack into them, double tap forwards, and then press the attack button while running. And we need that for this boss fight.
Oh god.
Tonight I die, non-turtle suit. Because he's in the foreground, so we need to throw enemies at him.
How do I throw enemies again?
So once an enemy is stunned, then you can press forward and attack really close to them to throw them. The camera's following both of us, so let's try to keep it kind of close together. Also, watch out for that little reticle that's going around, because he will attack you. This is one of the harder bosses to do as a team, just because of the way the camera works.
Yeah, plus like...
Got him. He doesn't have a lot of health, though, fortunately.
Yeah, well, with this gimmick... Well, for gimmick things, I always feel like they have to be easier, just so that way people can adjust them.
It's pretty well handled, I will say.
Yeah.
But I find that dashing attacks breaks their guard.
Dang it, he killed me.
Yeah, he can get you, for sure. He does a lot of damage with each hit.
Well, I'm surprised that we're... Well, then again, we did load up on lives.
Yeah, I like that about the game where they kind of give you access to the arcade dip switches.
Fair enough.
That must have been really interesting being an arcade owner back in like the 80s or 90s where you could actually adjust the settings on your games for how many quarters you wanted it to munch. Essentially.
Oh yeah. It must have been interesting because it's like you probably were
All right, let's keep the camera close in, and yeah, okay. There we go. Because because if the camera moves, it's harder to throw them. There we go.
Yeah. Dang it. Don't want to die.
Yeah, you have 0 lives remaining.
Yeah.
That always got me. Like, when games were like, oh, you have lives remaining versus, like, current lives.
I always prefer just, like, 0 just being the end and not, like, you know, you have 6.
Oh, yeah. So like 5 lives remaining is actually 6.
Yeah.
You got an extra life just now.
Oh, because I got 200.
Yeah, you got 200 kills.
Now I gotta get 400.
Yeah.
Oh, god dang it. Curses!
Okay, let's keep the camera over here for a little bit. There we go. You have to be pretty closely lined up with them in order to throw them, though, unfortunately.
Oh, so, I got the extra life.
Ouch. Get knocked around here, Donnie.
I'm doing my best!
Who played Raphael?
Rob Paulson.
Oh, man.
Who's now Donatello in a new show, or was.
Right. They're making an even newer show now.
Yeah.
That I've heard has generated a lot of controversy due to like its art style.
I'm not a fan, but I haven't seen the show, so
Rise
I
of
could
the
be a
Teenage
fan.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm not a fan.
People are saying it's taking the Teen Titans Go approach.
Well, it's gonna have 11-minute episodes, which I'm like, no.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there's only one show I've seen that was an action cartoon that did it well, and it was a French show.
And what was that?
Last Man. Last Man is the only show.
I saw an ad for that, yeah.
If you really want a good, like, attempt at a shonen anime by France, that's, like, your best option. It is really freaking good.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, we got him.
We did it. But, yeah. Ninja Turtles is awesome. Last Man is awesome as well. My patience is wearing thin.
No! Banishing you to a time warp from which you will never return.
Let's do the time warp again.
I realize Shredder in the original cartoon is more of a mad scientist than he is a ninja.
It's true. I don't know if there was any particular reason for that other than he just is.
Alright, so I'd like to point out the date, and I'd have to look this up and confirm, but I remember hearing that the dates are complete bullshit.
Yes, they are.
That none of the stuff that happens during this time frame should happen.
dinosaurs that we think were together should not be together.
But, hey, I think this is a good stopping point for now.
Yeah.
Join us next time, Space Cadet, on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter as we play Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time.
Yep. Enjoy.